You could be forgiven for thinking another year has passed too quickly. But of course, it wasn't without events of consequence for Australia.
Sometimes humankind's best laid plans are simply no match for the power of nature.
The volcano began erupting in southern Chile 8 days ago. Now we're
more than 500 cancellations have put tens of thousands of travel plans into disarray.
At other times, it comes down to the power of a single man.
We have decided to ground the Qantas international and domestic fleets immediately. I repeat, we are grounding the Qantas fleet now.
The snap grounding last night caught thousands of passengers in Australia and overseas by surprise.
I'm just devastated, I'm gutted, I can't believe it.
Tiger 2 was grounded for a time, not its own choice, but by the regulator concerned over safety breaches. While these events could be explained, some in 2011 simply defied understanding. In one moment, 3 respected news veterans were lost to the national broadcaster and the nation.
They were all giants of the television industry, but they were a rare treat, known just as well for being nice guys.
They were the best in the business, you know, that's as good as you get.
Tragedy visited many communities this year.
They don't know how the fire started, and through tears and confusion, this community is struggling to see the way ahead.
I spoke to a man by the name Jeremiah. Now this is very sad. He lost his whole family. He lost his 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls, and his wife.
They emerged with the horror of their ordeal fresh in their eyes, their faces blackened from the smoke.
This blaze left a staggering toll of dead and injured nursing home residents, as staggering that it was allegedly caused by someone who'd cared for them. Anger escalated to rioting in detention centres in Sydney and on Christmas Island.
Australia destroyed Afghanistan and Iraq. This is why these people here.
It was yet another flashpoint in the asylum seeker debate.
Take them off, send them back. Do we want them in Australia? These people are human beings.
We also saw a crime we never had before.
For 10 breathless hours, 18-year-old Madeline Pulver was a prisoner in her lavish Mossman home, surrounded by explosive experts and chained to a suspected bomb locked tightly around her neck.
Arrested half a world away, the alleged perpetrator of the elaborate hoax was soon extradited to face charges. Other crimes took longer to solve, but 2011 finally gave the family of Daniel Morecambe some resolution. After 8 years, his remains were found and a man was charged with his murder.
Something like waiting for the sledgehammer to hit you, but when it does come, it's still a shock.
Others were victims of their own behaviour. A 14-year-old was arrested in Bali for buying drugs. After enduring a media circus and 2 months in detention, he was sentenced and sent home. Gangland matriarch Judy Moran received much less leniency, jailed 26 years for the public murder of her brother-in-law. There was the top crime fighter turned drug criminal plotting to import cocaine, landed Mark Standen in jail for at least 16 years. And a much criticised police chief decided enough was enough. Simon Overland resigned, insisting he wasn't pushed. There were this year highlights too. Visits by a queen, a princess, and a president.
This is the future we seek in the age of Pacific. Security, prosperity, and dignity for all. That's what we stand for. That's who we are.
We farewelled a soldier from a past war, Australia's oldest man, and the last World War I veteran.
110 sailors saluted the passing of Claude Choules, one for each year of the last Great War veteran's life.
Goodbye, old man, and thanks for everything.
There was recognition for a modern war hero, a Victoria Cross for bravery.
I just decided to move forward, so I wasn't going to sit there and do nothing, to sort of have a crack. I'm not going to let my mates down.
But Afghanistan delivered a cruel tally this year. 11 Australian soldiers were killed either in battle or at the hands of those who were meant to be fighting with us. At year's end, time then to reflect on young lives cut too short.